Hey, hello there. Good afternoon, everybody. We're getting set here for happy hour. It's Thursday, January 14th, 2021, and we got some jokes for you. We got our happy hour devotion, and we'll close with the clown's prayer. And so we look forward to you joining us here. We look forward to having some folks log on and joining us for our happy hour devotion, where we try and bring a little happiness, bring a smile to your face during these difficult times. So thanks for joining us this afternoon. Just turned to 4 o'clock, so we'll wait another minute or so to see who else joins us, and then we'll get started. So hope you're having a good day. The sun was out for a little bit. It was a little warmer when Barkley and I went for our walk this afternoon. That was nice, much better than it has been over the last couple days. We're fortunate so far this year. We haven't had too many really bad weather days. We had that 2 feet of snow a month or so ago, but we haven't had any really, really cold temperatures. So that's been really nice. So good afternoon there. Thanks for joining us. We'll get started here shortly. We'll just wait a few more seconds and see if anybody else joins us this afternoon. So all right. Well, I think we're ready to go. We got our devotion, we got our jokes, we got the clown's prayer, and so here we go. Here we go. So, if you've been paying attention to the news recently, the Mega Millions and the Powerball jackpots are through the roof. And so we have lottery jokes for you this afternoon. So we hope you enjoy the lottery themed jokes that we have for you this afternoon in recognition of those two big jackpots being so high at the moment. So here's our first one. Here's our first lottery themed joke. Bubba and Johnny Ray were sitting on the front porch drinking beer when a large truck hauling rolls of sod drove by. I'm going to do that when I win the lottery, Bubba said. Do what? Asked Johnny Ray. Send my grass out to be mowed, answered Bubba. Here's our second one. Here's our second lottery-themed joke. Here we go. Larry won $3 million in the lottery and announced that he was donating a quarter of it to charity. Now Larry has $2,999,999.75 because he donated a quarter of it to charity. An old Irish woman wins the lottery and decides to indulge herself with a milk bath. So she calls the local dairy farmer. I'd like to order myself some milk, the woman said. How much will you be needing? The dairy farmer asked. I suppose I need enough to fill my bathtub, the woman replied. Shouldn't be more than 200 liters, I'd guess, the dairy farmer responded. Will you be needing the milk pasteurized? Oh, no, the woman replied. I think up to my neck will do. Didn't need it to be pasteurized. It's extra funny when you have to explain it. A woman rushes into her house one morning and yells to her husband, Sam, pack your stuff. I just won the lottery. Shall I pack for warm weather or cold weather? Sam asks. I don't care, his wife replied, just so you're out of the house by noon. Should I be worried that Michelle really liked that one? A woman said to her spouse, if we ever win the lottery, I want you to buy me something that can go from 0 to 200 in 3 seconds. Her spouse figured, why wait? and surprised her that night with a new bathroom scale.
Oh, that's bad.
0 to 200 in 3 seconds.
That's bad.
A woman asked her spouse, "What would you do if I won the lottery?" Her spouse says, "Take half and leave." The woman replied, "Great, I won $12. Here's 6. Now get out." Oh, I don't know. I'm a little worried now. Those 2 of those last 3, Michelle really liked, and they all had to do with the wife winning the lottery and kicking the guy out. I'm a little worried here.
You should be.
All right. So this coming Sunday, the Call of Samuel is our Hebrew lesson for the week. And so our devotion this afternoon will be the story of Samuel's mother, her experience at the temple. The story is found in the first book of Samuel, the first chapter, verses 9 through 12. 1 Samuel chapter 1, verses 9 through 20. 9 through 20. After they had eaten and drunk at Shiloh, Hannah rose and presented herself before the Lord. Now Eli the priest was sitting on the seat beside the doorpost of the temple of the Lord. She was deeply distressed and prayed to the Lord and wept bitterly. She made this vow, "O Lord of hosts, if only you will look on the misery of your servant and remember me, and not forget your servant, but will give me to your servant a male child, then I will set before you as a Nazirite until the day of his death. He shall drink neither wine nor intoxicants, and no razor shall touch his head." As she continued praying before the Lord, Eli observed her mouth. Hannah was praying silently. Only her lips moved, but her voice was not heard. Therefore, Eli thought she was drunk. So Eli said to her, "How long will you make a drunken spectacle of yourself? Put away your wine." But Hannah answered, "No, my Lord, I am a woman deeply troubled. I have drunk neither wine nor strong drink, but I have been pouring out my soul before the Lord. Do not regard your servant as a worthless woman, for I have been speaking out of my great anxiety and vexation all this time." Then Eli answered, "Go in peace. The Lord of God of Israel grant you petition that you have made to him." And she said, "Let your servant find favor in your sight." Then the woman went to her quarters, ate and drank with her husband, and her countenance was sad no longer. They rose early in the morning and worshiped before the Lord. Then they went back to their house at Ramah. Elkanah knew his wife Hannah, and the Lord remembered her. In due time, Hannah conceived and bore a son. She named him Samuel, for she said, "I have asked him of the Lord." This ends the reading of the word. Thanks be to God. Obviously, this is not a funny story, but rather it's one that makes you smile and shake your head because of the behavior of the priest Eli. It's just so unbelievable that he would act in that manner. I just can't imagine a clergy person being so rude and unkind as Eli was to Samuel's mother. You can't help but just shake your head and smile with disappointment at the way the priest Eli treats her. Hannah's husband has 2 wives, Peninnah, with whom he's had children, and Hannah, who's not yet had any children. And we read earlier in the chapter that Peninnah was a bully. and that she would always tease Hannah because Hannah didn't have any children. She would tease Hannah. It says in the passage before the verses that we read, she would tease Hannah to the point that Hannah would be in tears and wouldn't even want to eat. And every year, the family would go to Shiloh to worship and perform the ritual sacrifices. And we read that one year after dinner, Hannah goes to the temple to pray. She's upset. She's weeping. And the priest Eli is sitting by the door, and he sees her praying silently, and he thinks she's drunk. And he tells her to stop making a drunken spectacle of yourself. And she responds, "I'm not drunk. I'm pouring out my heart to God." Eli backs off. He tells her to go in peace and asks that God grant her petition. Needless to say, in due time, as we read, Hannah's prayer is answered. She does give birth to a son. And as I mentioned, the behavior of the priest Eli is so shocking that it's laughable. But the real takeaway in the story is Hannah's devotion. In her time of pain and anguish, she goes to God in prayer. And she isn't even deterred when this clergy person who's acting like a jerk, she isn't even deterred by his behavior. She remains faithful even in the midst of all of her pain. Her relationship with God continues to bring her peace. It continues to bring her comfort. Her relationship with God continues to bring her strength, even in the midst of all of her suffering. May Hannah's devotion also inspire our devotion this day, always, and forevermore. Thanks be to God. So, thanks for joining us this afternoon. I hope you found the jokes funny. I know my wife found a few of these funny this week, so I hope you enjoyed them as well. Will you pray with me as we close, as we normally do with our clown's prayer? Let us pray. As I stumble through this life, O God, help me to create more laughter than tears, to dispense more happiness than gloom, and to spread more cheer than despair. Never let me become so indifferent that I will fail to see the wonders in the eyes of a child or the twinkle in the eyes of the aged. Never let me forget that my total effort is to cheer people, to make them happy, and to forget momentarily all the unpleasantness in their lives. And in my final moment, may I hear you whisper to me, when you made my people smile, you made me smile. Amen. Thanks again for joining me this afternoon. I hope you enjoyed the jokes and the devotion. We hope that you'll join us again next Thursday afternoon for our happy hour devotion. And of course, we invite you to join us on Sunday morning on these same platforms: Facebook Live, YouTube channel. We also offer Zoom, 10:45 a.m. I'm trying to think what's the sermon title this week. It is now what are we going to do, or something like that. What decision are we going to make now? Something like that. Find out Sunday morning. Join us Sunday morning and find out what the sermon title is. It's something like that. So hope you'll join us. It's been fun this afternoon. Thanks for joining me. I hope you like the jokes and the devotion. And in the meantime, stay well and be safe, everyone. Peace, blessings, love, and prayers. Bye-bye.